The spell of forgetting is not just symbolic, it is a multidimensional technology, an energetic program that has operated across timelines, systems, and soul contracts. It's designed to keep you from remembering one simple truth. You are source and form. And so, to keep you from this remembrance, the spell was layered. Let's start at the quantum level. In quantum physics, the field is infinite until it's observed. The field, what mystics call the void spirit, the divine feminine, is pure potential. All timelines, possibilities, and outcome exist here, waiting to collapse into a form through observation. But here's where the spell begins. You were born in this world as a field open, sensitive whole. But instead of being taught to observe from within, you were taught to observe yourself through others' perspective. Your reality started collapsing based on false frequencies, fear, lack, and survival. This is how the false masculine hijacked the quantum process. Rather than collapsing reality through inner presence, your field was collapsed for you by teachers, media, religion, trauma. The spell trained you to receive identity instead of create it. And this is where the false kings came in. Just like pharaohs of Egypt or high priests of Babylon, they claimed ownership over knowledge of divine law and gates between realms. In Christianity, this manifested in the Vatican vault, where texts of Mary Magdalene, the feminine mysteries, the true nature of Christ's field were hidden. In Islam and Judaism, layers of mysticism like the divine name, the Shekinah, the tree of life, were buried beneath law and fear. In quantum terms, these systems created filters. The infinite field of spirit became collapsed into rigid doctrine. Time became linear, God became external, the body became shameful, and you, an infinite being, became just a sinner, a soul in debt, a patient, a consumer. But here's the deeper truth. The fifth element, spirit, ether, breath, is what the spell fears most, because it's the only thing that cannot be controlled. In esoteric science, the fifth element is a bridge between dimensions. It's how the soul travels, how memories return, how the inner eye opens. It's what Magdalene held. It's what Isis carried when she resurrected Osiris. It's what Yahshua activated when he said, the kingdom is within you. The spell of forgetting works only when this element is suppressed. That's why silence is ridiculed, why stillness is treated like laziness, why feeling deeply is pathologized. Because in those spaces, you begin to hear again. You begin to remember. You remember that your body is a temple, not a tomb. You remember that time is not your enemy. It bends for you. You remember that the masculine is meant to protect the feminine field, not colonize it. You remember that your thoughts collapse reality, but your presence choose a timeline. And that is how the spell breaks. Not through violence, not through debate, but through quiet return of sovereignty. The moment you choose to observe from within, to stop outsourcing meaning, and to reclaim the quantum field as your own, the spell collapses, and they feel it. The false kings, the handlers, the systems that watch you through mirrors and dreams. Because when one soul remembers, the signal goes out. A pulse in the field, a timeline shift, a quiet uprising, and it already has begun. This is Mark Alessi. Thanks for listening. Peace.